And hello there everyone, welcome back. BogMod here. We're playing more of the Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel 2. What's the children that Eustace knows? Hi, Annette. You made a point to tell us to come here if things ever got dangerous. Alright. And they can't hear. Oh, it's got good thick walls. Can't hear what's going on outside. Really scary stuff happened, but I was here with Annette. I wasn't scared at all. You've been stopping rather often of late. So to see you suffer already, but ask how you're faring. We're fine. Alright. We'll be in chaos, apparently. That's chaos out there, everybody. You may not realize it. Yes, chaos. Oh. Guys, didn't expect to see you here. Put an end to the issue with Eustace's father, but the winds that blow through this nation grow more tempestuous. But they may calm just a little. There they are. She'll join you for prayer then. Well, here, would you mind teaching me how people pray in Nord? Sure. Shall we move up a little then? I like to think he's going, what are you all doing? What's this? That should do. I think this kind of makes me feel in tune with the wind as well. It is usually no way to pray after all. Doing this so calls forth the voice of the spirits and Adios in order to rid the world of disaster. Of course, how that actually works isn't really explained. Maybe you just haven't been praying hard enough. This is probably the reason. If the people of Nord had only prayed more, the Civil War would not have happened. So all we can do right now is pray. No, Reen. you certainly did more than just pray. This war's brought about so many sacrifices at this point. Why? 3 lives have been lost. The innocent victims or the soldiers who fell in battle. I don't know that any soldiers have fallen in battle. I really don't. I mean, they say they decimated the Imperial forces. But that could just as much mean that they've captured them. We know this war is bloodless. Very, very bloodless. Can't look for that. I cannot feel so frustrated myself. Is that what you mean? For the same during my time in Nord. Nothing we can do in the face of such a powerful storm. And yet, you constantly are doing things. But that doesn't mean we should stand idly by as we watch the destruction. I know. But it's just... I can't do everything. No one person can make their way through life without help. No one can cover every need, every eventuality. That's okay, because mankind shows its greatest strength through banding together. Huh? There was an old traveling priest who used to visit Nord long ago. In the end, there's only so much we can do alone. By accepting this and working together, people can overcome any trial they face. My time with Class 7 has led me to believe this is what he meant. Huh. You're not alone, Reen. In the Class 7, not to mention so many other comrades with you. So we can't prevent any more tragedies like Celtic from happening. You're so confident, guys. Take a few pointers from you. Since the fact we've got a tough road ahead of us, though. Got all you by my side makes me confident that we'll pull through. Didn't we kind of already go through this after I feel like we basically went through all this after the events in Roar. Yeah. Oh, level 5. Gotta prevent Celtic from ever happening again, everybody. Well, I'm down with that. So I've started reflecting on my life as of late. I have everything you could ever want. High-quality clothesless meals, peasants to beat. Satiana had that once too, but chose to benefit for the sake of helping others. The fool! The fool. See, this may be a safe confusion, but I can't see this changing the way us nobles live our lives in the long term. Really? I do. Or at least it should. It's a good thing. Oh, frightful. Push the tanks and gunfire explosions. Why is happening in Berea out of all places? When will these horrors end? Sorry. I just want to slap you. Nothing about this war is horrible. Well, nothing. If this were a real war, then it would be horrible. But this is the peacefulest, nicest, happiest civil war you could ever ask for. Kalnick. No much of a aid can heal the scars in their hearts. Well, we can do more. That's why we got Saint Veronica, whose unrated faith shone brightly during the Dark Ages. Her prayers were enough to bring forth a miracle which saved many from great tragedy. Alright, prayer time! Your father deals in jewelry, you say? Magnificent! Perhaps you could introduce us sometime, young man, and then leave us alone. I'm sure you'd like that too, I'm sure. Yes. It's bird fabulous. Some rather exquisite jewelry. I must be at all costs. Oh, where's your fretting father? So frightening, we can hear the battle taking place from here. Give me a chance to get acquainted with the lady next door. She has many interesting stories to tell. Conducting business, if I recall. Alright. Esmeralda remained open for business despite all that has happened. Certainly came as a shock, but the city itself is in no danger. And the Imperial Army isn't doing anything. Why? One could barely tell anything had happened because of the Civil War at all. Battle still is officially over. Hotel remains open. Can I buy anything from you? No. Is there anybody upstairs? Master Richmond and Count Gautier. So you can make more mirror from investment. Count Gautier is winning. Until yesterday. So he must be flabbergasted at the moment. Guys, I'm scheduled to return to orders at once. To go to have been arrested? Bah! I'm looking forward to telling him back over this. I would be. I'm far more considered with the Imperial Army taking control of Crichton. I should shoot to orders while I still can. Something so ludicrous. Why? Next you know, the peasants will start thinking they have rights. Ugh. Customers checking out today. I think they may be letting their panic get the better of them. By their cows, most definitely not. But they are, because they're nobles. I mean, if 99.9% of all nobles are cowards, are you justified in saying that the nobility are a bunch of cowards? I'd say you're pretty justified in saying they're really a bunch of cowards. Let's go this way first. When you can count the good and decent nobles on two hands, you know you've got a problem with your social class system. In the middle of something at the moment? No, there's me, of course. I'm not from shopping. Maybe if I killed the nobility, everything would get better. Kitty! Oh, adorable kitty. So it was a frightening experience. I don't think I've seen so many soldiers before. Bootsy still hasn't gotten over it. She's okay now, I'm right here. One soldier in town. Don't scare Bootsy. Oh, I hate this war. It scared a cat! peaceful place. It was during our field study, of course, but it's nice to see that's still the case. Why, war has almost touched none of this nation, really. These past few weeks might have not have been so kind. Certainly have been kind to Eustace. Now what we can do now except rest and recover. And we need it! Yeah, let's rest with nice, lovely, friendly Emma here. So you're there, but it does take like it's a nice spot to take a break. I like this tree. It's got good autumn colors to it. Even though I suppose we are in the dead of winter. Not too cold either. I've been able to sit back and relax like this in a long time. It's more tired than I thought. Oh, Laura. Looks like he fell asleep. He must be exhausted after Oxford. In that case... Emma, what are you blushing about? Must have fallen asleep. On something nice and comfy, no less. Oh, he's going to be resting his head in her lap, isn't he? He is! I predicted it. Hello there, sleepyhead. Emma. Gasp! Whoa. Emma! Why was I on your lap? What did you do to me while I slept? Did you sleep well? Best sleep in my... don't change the subject. Well, let me just apologize. I didn't expect to end up sleeping in your lap like that. In fact, I swear I was leaning back when I fell asleep. I'm going to put you there in the first place, so no need to think about apologizing. Couldn't leave you to sleep on a cold, hard bench, after all. One of my duties as a witch is to support you. Just think of it as another form of support. That sounds a little indecent, Emma. That's kind of a stretch. I'd appreciate it if you let me do this much for you at least. It's all thanks to both you and Valimar that Brayhard regained peace. And, of course, the Imperial Army and the RMP. If we've managed to come around part, we have to, thanks to your efforts. I don't know about that, Emma. I had all of you. I've only been able to do so much because I had all of you who chose to stick by me. It's odds I never would have come across. Well, I guess. No, you might have been told to investigate the schoolhouse without her. You think that much of us, Serene? Yeah, I feel like a lot of this is retreading some old ground now. We've had a lot of chances to... You all mean so much to me! And, like, that was the big conclusion of the final game, of the first game, and this game has been just chock full of it. I kind of get the point. They run out of things to say? That road will eventually lead us to Crow and Vita. Oh, Vita. Now there's somebody that I could get behind saving. Quote-unquote saving. Part of help? Well, that's your friend as your class president. Vita would make a great teammate. She's a good singer. She's a witch. She hasn't murdered anybody. She hasn't lied to us. Well, actually, she has lied to... Well, depends how you want to put it. Hello. Story event. Well, I need to do it anyways. The pass. The Eustace will be inside. Rather nerve-wracking to be stationed in such a noble-dominated area. Alright. Let's go check in on Eustace. The size of the place never ceases to amaze me. It's a good scholar being held here, I think. Enter the mansion. That is a fancy-ass mansion. It feels like they're reusing art assets from the Imperial Palace, but I might be wrong. I kind of feel like she might have missed a spot. Let's just pause and imagine how many peasants were crushed underfoot to maintain such opulence.
Damn, this is incredible. It's not as grand as Valflame Palace, but I doubt you'll find many mansions this fancy. The Duke's residence is certainly befitting of his status.
You came after all, Reen.
Yeah, I was kinda hesitant to come and visit in case I got in your way, though.
No, it's fine. Everything is largely settled here now.
See, now this would have been a much better moment for Eustace to bring up the idea of leaving the party, to properly take over, to manage the region.
I will leave the rest to you, then.
As you wish. Leave everything to us. And we will strive and make things as comfortable for your father as possible.
Okay.
You have my thanks.
Like, I'm not saying torture him, but don't go out of your way to take care of the guy.
He's Captain Claire's adjutant, isn't he?
Indeed, and quite a skilled one at that. He and his men will be managing the mansion together while keeping my father in custody. At least until the war comes to an end.
Oh, right.
There's no need to look so glum. He deserves to answer for his crimes much like others.
Yes, he does.
He should be grateful he hasn't been handcuffed and thrown in a cell.
He should be handcuffed and thrown in a cell. Why hasn't he?
That's one way of looking at it. Oh, yeah, Scarlet's here too, right?
She's currently receiving treatment in the annex. She remains bedridden, but her life is in no real danger, or so I hear.
That's good.
If you'd like to speak with her, you should go and pay her a visit. Meanwhile, I'll be going to my room to get ready for departure. If you need anything at all, feel free to come by and see me.
Will do.
Thanks, Eustace. Will do. Wait a sec. Where is his room anyway? I don't know where the annex Scarlet's in is either. I guess I'll have to ask someone.
And then Reen spent the rest of the day lost in the big old mansion. You there, miss? Scott's room. The corridor on the annex's first floor. How do I get to that annex? Turn left, make your way out into the courtyard. Path on the right of the fountain. That's quite the place you've got here, Eustace. Yeah, let's go visit Scarlet.
Oh.
I knew it would be you.
Ooh, music shift.
Did you come to listen to me whine and complain about you?
I know you didn't want me to save you, but you don't have to hate me for it.
I think she does.
I was just joking. I don't care what happens to me. Whether I live or die or get executed as a terrorist, what happens, happens.
Yeah, you'll probably get executed as a terrorist.
Stop being so flippant about the whole thing. But you seem to be a little more cheerful than I was expecting you to be. I'm glad. Well, it sounds like you're doing all right at least. That's good.
Except for your crippling desire for death.
My only complaint is that I wasn't allowed to ascend to heaven like I wanted to. But perhaps this is just how it was meant to be.
Punishment for your crime.
I wish I could tell you. You said you used to be a sister, right? You mentioned something about training over in Arteria, too.
Presumably that's where she mastered the Templar sword.
I did, though that training was a long time ago. That really takes me back.
So that wasn't a lie? Sorry. It wasn't that I didn't believe you, it's just...
I didn't believe you.
I'll have you know I grew up in one of the most pious families in the country. Hard as that may be to believe. I was so happy when I was first invited to join the church. I doubt you'd know, but the church is a fairly complex organization with plenty of divisions within it.
And they have weird secret shenanigans stuff that we don't really know. Do you know they have assassins? Really, they do.
The part I was invited to join was an organization called the Congregation for the Sacraments.
Ooh, wait a minute. I think I know that one.
They're a group full of immensely skilled people who take on some unique missions,
Yes.
to put it mildly.
Yes.
It made me happier than you can imagine to be recognized by people like that at such a young age. I didn't have any special abilities of my own, but I left home, trained my hardest, and eventually became a squire.
A squire? As in a kind of knight? I thought you said you became a sister.
Remember, they have an elite military organization of their own.
Unless you're saying the church has knights too. Ugh, I'm getting confused now.
Growlsritter?
Anyone would be in your position. Their image of the church begins and ends with priests and mass.
And not secret organizations and cults and murders and weird stigmata.
As it was, my days in Arteria came to an abrupt end. Just before I went out on my first mission, I got word of what had happened. I hurried back to Erebonia as fast as I could, but I was too late to do anything.
Lady Scarlet, I think you should get some more rest.
If you don't, you might die. Well, I'm staying up forever then.
Sorry, I didn't mean to make you strain yourself.
You really are a softie. If you want to hear the rest, you'll have to come back another time. So, if you're interested.
It's hard to imagine someone going from being a sister to a terrorist, but that's just what happened. I'm still convinced that it would have been a waste for her to have died back there.
Instead, she will die at her execution.
I'm glad she seems to have calmed down for now. I'll have to come back another time to see how she's doing.
Alright. Okay. So we'll leave that one alone. Ooh, can I gloat at the Duke? I kind of like to gloat at the Duke. Hands here. Wait, hold on. Did you just say find the mansion, but it's permitted a degree of freedom within its walls? Wow. What a hard life for the Duke. Truly. I hope Otto is at peace now. Oh, look for Lucy's room. Turn right here. Right in the hall on the right. Wing's third floor. Quite one side of the mansion. Don't disturb them needlessly. Please. The Duke. If you could just give control of the city back to him, that would be swell. His grace would meet with anyone at the present time. Well, too bad for him. Get him back. Really? Instead of visiting him. Really? Alright. As well. Alright, well apparently life is good still for the Duke. And on that wonderful note, we'll take a little break. Thank you for watching. And see you all soon for more.